Hello, welcome back to another video, guys. So this is the launch X431 Pro TT. So as you can see, I've plugged it in. That's the cable it requires. Okay, goes into the OBD there. Now it comes with this other cable as well, but we're not going to plug that in. That may be for coding at a later stage. We'll find out anyway. So it's automatically read the code, as in the VIN chassis, sorry. We'll do a quick let's go on to diagnosis. These are the options it's giving me. Sorry that my shirt's quite bright in this case. It's the reflection of light. So we've turned it on this way. So it's picked up the vehicle instantly. There it is. Next. We'll just need the ignition on anyway, otherwise it may not pair up. So after going on to that section, this is the things we get. Now we'll do a health report. That'll be like a diagnostic scan, if that makes sense, like a full scan. I'm trying to see what's best, like where we get less reflection. Yeah, that's better. So engine, high pressure. I'm aware that the vehicle does go into limp mode. I'm aware of that fault. Now this here, I know the paddle shift doesn't work. So whoever owned this vehicle before had changed the steering angle sensor. I take it because they've probably broken it and whatnot. Because the reason I know this is because obviously the paddles don't work. First thing first, it's got rear wipers, and obviously the rear wipers does not work. As you can see, you can't flick it back. So they've just used any ordinary BMW, probably a 3 Series Saloon or a 2 Series, I don't know. But anyway, you can tell they've done that. And I'm aware of them faults, so let's not get into them. That's not what we're here for today. Light repeat footwell, yeah, we're not interested. But it's pretty simple. They're the faults. You can certainly, let's say, enter. Let's go into the engine control unit. Continue. So production date. That's pretty handy, isn't it? So to read fault codes, actuation test, read data stream. So that'll be like live data. I take it that'll be tests like, you know, turning the throttle body on and off and whatnot. Let's read code. There it is. Help, I take it will redirect you to code search. Let's see. I take it takes you onto the internet. Yep, right, it does that. That's pretty good. I expect every diagnostic machine to do this. Obviously not the cheap basic ones, but all the others do. As you can see, boom, it's brought it up straight away, which is good. So let's go back. My hotel does this as well. Help. Let's see what it does. Yeah, they're basic stuff, what it tells you. And if we go back, that's the full code. That's the name. And let's just clear it. It's as simple as that. Fault code deleted. So if you were to go back on the read code, it's gone. Read data stream, I take it's live data, okay? So like I said, let's just say air mass, the pedal, I don't know, we'll just go into a few. The battery voltage, DPF, it's good stuff to know. That the suit content, sometimes people have issues with that. There's all sorts of issues you can really do. Oil pressure. Anyway, you can pick up to 91 things. You can select all. I'm just going to select what I've selected, and there it is. Now, suit content 7.6 gram. Okay, fair enough. And these are the other things. Accelerator pedal 668. So 688. Sorry, I've put my foot. I'm playing with it. As you can see, that's fully down. So it's good. It really is good. It comes handy, especially when. So I've come across faults, right? As mechanics, I'm sure a lot of them, a lot of you will agree. there are specific faults. So for example, math issues, or even that fault code that you can see there, it's quite hard to detect. You know, you're working from all the way from the engine section, as in from the air filter box all the way through the turbo, the manifolds. It's hard to detect. It could be a slight leak, it could be the turbo, it could be the wastegates. You don't know, but when you do the live data, it kind of like redirects you to that section where you need to be, which is pretty damn good. I like this. So far so good. Actuation test, like I said, is probably electric fan. That's good. Do you know what? Since it's summer, I do highly recommend that if you're a mechanic and you want to be sure that the car's roadworthy, I've activated it. And then you just hit stop. Done. Brilliant. You definitely need them. Cooling air. I'm not bothered about that. You know what? Speaking of that, on the VAG cars, Audi CX431, the AC sensor. Sometimes you change them, it doesn't work. What you need to do is go into the AC and do that, hit a hard reset on them, it'll boom, click on and work. Module information is probably just tells you what the date it was built, like earlier it says. You see, so read freeze frame, I'm not interested, I'll be the same as that, but I'm not interested in it basically. So that's good. Okay, so compare results. I mean, I don't know what this is, I've never really done it. Okay, maybe you'll have to just have specific things and compare them. Okay, report, that'll probably be to email across to whoever it is. That's it. Okay, notes to be made, mileage, that's quite good. You know what, I have been to some vehicles in the past and that clock will say that, for instance, and that'll be a different thing. Obviously it's kilometers, it's converted that into kilometers, which we get anyway, so it's not a problem. But at least you can actually get to the bottom of it and know that it is accurate mileage. But you know, the day and age we're in, everything's possible nowadays. So you'll just put whoever's car you're working on, put it in, send it across. That'll be their email address and whatnot. But it's pretty good. That's really helpful, especially if you're working on a customer's car. Let's come back out of this. This is your full scan anyway. I don't want to bore anyone too much. Health report, system scan is the same, but it's different modules, so you can specifically get into the modules. It's doing it the same as a full scan actually, but generally I think there must be another option. So equipped, okay. So if we the CAS system is common in the E models, where it comes up with a red or amber steering wheel. If you go into the CAS system, you can reset it as well. You do let's see if it does it this way. Reset control unit. I don't know. It's not here, but it may be in the programming. We're not interested. System selection. Sorry, that's what I should have meant. So if you want to go into the engine section, you're going in there. Engine control unit. You go in it specifically, rather than doing a full scan and waiting minutes, shall we say? Or no, it doesn't take minutes, but you know, it's quite quick. Again, it'll have all the stuff in there, which I'm not going to go into it too much detail, but there you go. At least you know what's what. Chassis, this is what it comes up with. Body, it's a BMW, it's the F series, so there is a lot of things you can play about with on these. The reason I plugged it into this is so you all know what it's capable of doing. So that's that. Anti-theft system, to be fair, I've not come across it. It may be the immobilizer. Yep. I'm not going to get into that. That's not my field, to be fair, but that's for the immobilizer system. The ADAS calibration is probably the radar and the auto, stop. ADAS system scan. Parking distance, as you can see. Code in the main. ADAS system selection. So it's only coming up with the parking section. Let's have a look at that. Initial new headlight drivers turn. I'm not going to fiddle with that too much, to be fair, but that, as you can see, you know what it does. I'd like to go into coding and programming. This is what I want to see. It's what I want to do. I am going to back it up, okay? Just to be sure. I I'd rather be on the safe side. You may need internet for this, so make sure you connect it to the Wi-Fi. Next, I'm going to back up every single module there is on this car in case we kind of mess up. Hopefully we won't, but the reason I'm doing this is because since they've changed this and it's not the genuine correct part number, sometimes when you try and code it in, it'll bring up all sorts of lights like the ABS, traction, all sorts of warning, just because you haven't had the right steering angle sensor. So, system-wide backup. Save file name. So it depends what you want to do. So I would recommend, so if you're going to do it, I just put the date of whatever today is. To be fair, I don't even know what day it is, which is good. Let's just put 24th and 06. Oh, come on. 24. I recommend putting the date because then you can always go back to that date, should we say? If you do mess up, you can even put the time as well, so you're not having to go backwards and forward. And for coding programming, it's always recommended that it's plugged onto a charger, so you're getting top voltage, and that there is no messing around in terms of, like, you know, the things messing up when you're doing the coding. You know, if there is a drop of voltage. So we'll let it do this. It'll take a good few minutes. I know it will do. So here it is. It's done the files and the modules that do exist within this vehicle. So we'll hit continue. So we're all safe now, okay? So what can we do? I'd love to do that, but that's going to play up with the headlights. I don't want to fiddle with too much. But let's not do all that. Let's go on to the engine section at the bare minimum. I wanted to go into that ZGM. Nothing, I'm talking of things I don't want to play about with these since that's not been put right. Back up the vehicle, that's fine. We're still so okay. Sorry, I'm on the wrong thing here. We're on the back up and recover. So come back out of that. Sorry. Retrofit is when you, for instance, I'll go through that as well. Do you know what? I'll go through it now so you can all see. Is when you change the suspension from, like, you know, normal to sport or sport to normal, or your radio, you know, you turn it into Apple CarPlay. I don't know, let's say you put cruise control on, you tell it, you kind of put it on there, you activate it, or, like, you know, turning your seatbelt on and off. That retrofit is also on the cheat codes. I'll go through it later on as well. So, battery change. Well, if you've had a battery change, you do know on BMs, in general most cars anyway, but BM especially, when you do change the battery, you have to code it in and tell it which, you know, should we say, digits have been installed. So, okay, so that's the battery fitted. These are the things that have been fitted to the vehicle, okay? Ambient light, okay. I have done a few ambient light changes in the past, especially on the S-Class, Mercedes, E-Class as well. You can, even on BMs as well, I've done it. Headlight washers, this car does have it. Do you want to delete it? No. I don't want to delete that because it does have it. These are the things where you can delete. Now I don't want to do that. It's quite a spec car, this one anyway in general. But let's go on available. I have no idea what these are. Let's go on Z. Okay, alright, I see. So they're the codes. Activate a belt tensioner. I will not do that. transmission, preparation, BMW wheel preparation, partial fuel tank. There is a lot of things, hidden features. These are things you can add on. Middle East equipment, federal, government, engine run out circuit. There's a lot of things you can add, which is pretty. High beam flashing. What is that? Let's have a look. If you hit OK, we'll do it. I don't want to add things really. Operation tips. Let's see what these are. You click the Formula 5. No. Okay, well, let's do next. No, that's fine. Let's go back on it. Load the backup FD data. Next is basically where it codes it in, but available is what is there. As you saw, there's quite a few things you can do. I'm not going to get into it in too much detail, but as you can see, that's what you can do. That was the retrofit. Personalization. Let's see if the cheat code are on there. Okay. Hidden part functions. Yes, this is what we need. This is exactly what we need. All the BM fans will understand this is quite impressive. It will bring a good, I'd say 60-70% of what genuine diagnostic software does, for BMW. There's a lot of hidden features. Right, so we're on to where we need to be now. There's a lot of modules we can go into. I'm just going to go into, for example, the instrument cluster, and I'll show you a few things so you can back it up. Back up the vehicle coding. Let's just back that up. Let's. Oh, it's already been backed up. Sorry, my bad. Let's come back. As you saw, it shows you the date. So, function selection. Okay. Yes, and you'll see it will give us a lot of ideas what you can do. Right, some things that I can't get my head around, I'll be honest. So this is basically so it's on, you've got kilometer miles per hour. I think that may be the auto, and then instrument fuel. So when you want the fuel to be, so in other words, when do you want to, it's locked in at 100 kilometers. I'm not fiddling with that. I think I'd take 100 kilometers, about 60 miles, 50 miles. It's to when it alerts you, basically, when there's low fuel. So background color of instrument cluster, shows the instrument panel daytime. So it's grey and orange. Now I'm sure you can get both colors in this anyway. Background of instrument panel at night time, orange. So you can change that. HUD, heads up display, entertainment disabled because it doesn't have one. Heads up display, it's all disabled, it does not have heads up display, this car. So current vehicle speed, yep. Head up display, we don't need. I think these are German, some of these words. I don't even know what language this is. So the time does it in 12 and 24. You can change all this. Defines of unit temperature, Celsius and Fahrenheit, and bar, tire pressure. Here you've got different. So you can literally code it to whatever you want. Speed unit, we can change it into kilometers if you want, but I'll leave it in miles per hour. Symbol paint, determine the CC in the combination, but there's a lot of things. You can change the language of this into whatever, Arabic, Chinese, German. I'm not. I don't know any other language. Leave it at that. I'll go back. Okay, that was just the cluster, by the way. That was things in there. Now, let's move on to another section. I'm just trying to. So the next thing I want to show you, which I'll probably do. So go into there. I like this because a lot of the back in days I used to do a lot of the taxi drivers, they used to say, you know, knock off the seatbelt warning so it doesn't kind of make any noise. So passenger seatbelt warning, disable. Driver seatbelt warning, disable. So I don't even want that to be displayed. The display of that is basically that there. So we'll get rid of that warning there. So it doesn't even show us, so it's not in our face, especially at night time. Passenger, disable. Seatbelt, initial seatbelt warning, that's being disabled anyway. So we'll hit OK. Right. Refreshing data. It may turn the car on and off itself, I don't know. I mean, my hotel used to do it. So airbag lights on. That's fine. Recorder's been done. Apparently it's done it, so. Well, I take it as. I mean, I could be wrong. Let me just turn the ignition off. That was quite quick. If it has, I don't know, I could be wrong. I mean, that's still on. I'll double check. I will double check to see. Let's see if it's done it. It may be me that's doing something wrong, but we'll find out. Oh, it's gone. Oh, there you are. It's gone on. I've not put any seatbelts on, by the way. That was, do you know what? That was pretty damn quick. With the hotel, I'll tell you the difference. So the hotel ultralight and the MS9 AS Pro that I've had before in the past has taken like a good 2 or 3 minutes. Because when you select it and disable it, it will then, I don't know, when you come back out of this whole section, should we say, let's just say like this, it will then take a few minutes. There's a bar that loads, but that is pretty damn good. Anyway, as you saw that, guys, that was done. So there is a lot of other things you can do. I mean, I don't even know, like, let's just go into the engine control unit and see what we can do in here. On the hotel, I was able to do updates, you know, like the latest file that dealer used to send out, like the latest. Well, that doesn't support it, which is retrofit. There's no retrofit in that. I'm not surprised though. I won't be surprised the retrofit, that's different. That one you can do, rider height control. I'm not interested, but the other thing was, do you know, I'm going to go into the headlights, see if I can find the headlights. You used to like brighten them up on the hotel like to 255%, and the rear tail light as well. So let's do let's see if it does it. That's brilliant. No, it doesn't support it. I think that might be it. What did I do? No, that's fine. So it doesn't. I'm probably in the wrong section, but the headlights, I'm sure this will have as well. I'm in the FRM foot module, footwell module. So these are the things that it has. High beam on default, fog lamp, open trunk with a swing. Foot swing, it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that sensor underneath the boot. But if it did, you can activate and deactivate it. Rear view mirror, power folding function. This won't have. So if it's not built in, it won't work. Let's come back. Brightness. Okay, here it is. Hard on. It's on full as well. But that's what I meant. You can upgrade the headlights. Soft on now. Let's keep it as on. Rear view automatic start speed, just for the vehicle speed. Rear view mirror. Daytime running light at 64%. Yeah, that's the best. So keep it at that. So that's the O-rings. Activation of flashing. Daytime running lights. Yeah, just keep it as that. So let's come back out, but as you can see, guys, that's what you can do on the retrofit, on the personalization. Coding, okay, on the coding. Next. I'm sure you can code in every module. I like working on BMs and Merc, well, BMs in general. It's quite easy to work with. So here it is. So display vehicle order. That's not what we need. Engine control. Encoding takes a long time. Whether I don't want to do that, but you can literally code in anything you want, guys. There's nothing much. Stop. This is literally. Do you know what? It's well worth the money, I have to say. I mean, for what you can pick them up. Well, now in 2024, they're around about 750ish, 800, 850. I highly recommend it. I mean, it's worth its money by definitely. There's no questions. The same one that Hotel. Well, Hotel will probably sell you a similar one. What this can do? Okay, if we were to get Hotel, you're probably looking at 1,1400 quid for a similar one. If you was to get Snap-on, probably easily 2 grand, right? But what's the point when you've got everything here, and it's really handy. It's pretty damn good size. It's not annoying. Really smooth process as well. It's not slow and sometimes I've seen some diagnostic machines that's just sluggish. You hit it takes time, or it starts buffering and whatnot. I think that's the details he gave us earlier. Tells you what's been encoded in this car. I don't want to start coding things in, but it's really simple, to be fair. Like I said, the engine control module, hit that, yes. Where the manually select integration of local required encoded data, okay, yes. So it tells you how the code is. Well, it's fine. I mean, we already have the codes for it. But there is, let's have a look. Let's have a look at other things. To the left. I don't want to. I've done it in the past where I've coded in gearbox, and then what it does, it disables and deletes the old coding for the ride height control unit, the CAS. Let's see if it's still the same. Yeah, you can still pick it up. Boom. And then code it in. Boom. To be fair, it's very smooth and fast. As you can see, it's gone through it straight away. And what I love about it, there's no wiring needed. That's what's amazing. Recording has been done. That's just amazing. With the Hotel, I'm not gonna lie, you need a whole chunk of wires, especially on the older models. The newer models that I have, you only need that, and there's a wire that goes from there to the machine at the top here. But it's worth. You know what? It's worth every penny of this by the looks of it. Coming back out of this, guys, come back onto the main ADAS calibration. Probably like for your ICM and the radar and whatnot. I'm just gonna go back into it. So system selection. Oh yeah, this we went to that special functions. Headlight, I didn't bring. I think I went through this earlier, but on the Hotel it doesn't bring that, but it brings it under special functions. So let's go on maintenance. Maintenance is your oils reset. So let's have a look. So if we go on menu, vehicle information, vehicle status, check control. Oh, sorry, not check control, service requirements. 29,000 miles, vehicle check, 2026, 25,000. So if you was to do, like, let's say the engine oil reset, so you'd go into this one, okay, and then it should bring the whole lot. Sorry, my bad, it's not that one actually. Unless it is, I'm mistaken for it, because on the Hotel it is that one. Oh yeah, it is that one, sorry, my bad. So, it tells you the life. We'll hit F1. It's gonna do it in a second. It's processing here. There you go, 10,000 miles. I gotta love it, mate. It's perfect. It's really smooth so far, which is good news. So it's done that. You can come back out of it. Let's just wait and give it a minute. So 19,000 miles is what it's done it at. And then vehicle check as well, since 10 miles. So we'll do that in a second. Or it may even do it automatically itself. Well, it hasn't, but we'll do it. Vehicle check. That's F5. Brilliant. So, if a vehicle check and engine oil change were carried out at the same time, then carries it to yes. I'm only doing this to show you guys, but obviously the car hasn't had its service. It's booked in for next week, but might as well do it now in case I forget. As you can see, that's how it's done, guys. So emissions test is deactivated. F8, let's end this, go back, continue. There is transport mode, which is good for some like performance cars. Let's say you want to move, I don't know, a Mercedes AMG or a BMW M5, M3, M4. You just put into transport mode. In some cases, okay, so I'll explain. Some vehicles will just go into like what do you call it now? Valet mode. So that is like it won't go above like 5 miles per hour. It won't rev higher than, I don't know, 2,000-3,000 RPM. Or in some cases, it'll just shut it down. It'll just be a case of rolling the car on and off. But in this case, vehicle data correction we don't need. But let's come back out of this. The drive. Special functions, this is, guys. So, special functions. Check engine tuning. Let's have a look. I've never come across that term, to be fair. Come on, guys, go, 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 go. So, sorry, I forgot to turn the engine on, and the kids are in the game as well. So, I think it's because it's taking time because I didn't have the ignition on. But they generally do take time, I guess. No engine tuning detected by automated test. That is. Do you know what? I'd be very impressed if it did tell you if this car's been mapped, if that's what it means. Expert mode would be the same as the retrofit, guys. It'll just take you into the like field. Measure while driving. No, that's different. Actually, it's like live data. Bizarre. Let's go back. EWS, idle, speeding, reset, adaptation, diesel particulate filter. There's a lot of things you can, these are like modules you can go into and reset. That's reset starter lock, like I said on the BMW E models. Preheating control. With chassis, I'll probably bring that, that's it. ELV, standard, that's steering angle. These are things you can code in and to say it's being changed, in other words. Body. Showroom mode, switches everything off so no one can fiddle around with all these basically. Guys, I have to say, this has literally everything that my hotel has and probably even more. And I'll put the link in for you guys so you guys can also get one if you want it, obviously. It's down to you guys, but if you ask me, it's worth the money definitely all day long compared to the other diagnostic machines. Launch has been in the game for quite a long time, and he has done a lot of trial and errors. Now, what it's come out with, I say it's brilliant. Would you, if you ask me, would I get one? Most certainly I would do, no questions. Not because that I have one, and not because that no one's forcing me to, but it's just I would definitely get one in this case, and like I have, and it's worth the money. Any questions, by all means drop me a comment. And don't forget, guys, I am mega busy with comments. You're not the only ones who comment. I get probably over 30-40 comments a day, and it's quite hard to catch up with you all, but I will try my best. But yeah, thank you very much. Hope this video has helped you all.